One of our students said, "Miss Skipper, we had a strange phone call that came in," and said, "Who's that from?" She said, "The White House." So my immediate reaction was, "Are you sure? You know, is it somebody joking around?"
Hello, Tech Boss. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
So anyways, I called back, and the person answered and said, "Yes, you know, this is Jenny from the White House, and President Obama would very much like to come to visit your school next week."
I told my parents, my mom was like, "Oh my God," my father started screaming like my mother, which is kind of weird.
What? That's what I said.
My friend actually texted me, and I actually didn't believe it. I was just like, you gotta be, this has gotta be some type of senior joke, senior prank. This couldn't be, Obama coming to our school.
One of the teachers next door came running in, "Obama's coming!" And we started jumping up and down. It was really, like, that moment, it was like, oh my God, is he really coming?
Now, we're in the middle of what we're calling Education Month at the White House. And I wanted to come to Tech Boston so that the rest of America can see how it's done. You guys are a model for what's happening all across the country.
And the day of the actual event was amazing, because as I walked in the classes, I told the kids, "You're gonna lose your breath a little bit."
And he walked in as if we were old friends, and he said, "Sorry to interrupt." And of course, the minute he walked in, the kids were elated.
He goes, "I'm sorry, Mr. Lewis, for disrupting your class." And he just walked in. And I was like, oh my God, what do we do?
It was such a surreal moment. It was like, wow. That's when I think everybody felt it. Wow, he's really here.
He impressed me with how personal he was with our kids. He spoke with each of them, shook their hands in the classes. He made his way into the cafeteria, which was the holdover area, and our students weren't even, I wasn't really sure he was even gonna go in there.
And then when I ran up, as soon as I saw he was gonna do rounds, so I got right to where the fence was, and all the students were behind me, and they were pushing and pushing and pushing. So then when he went to go tell them to, like, "Hey guys, be careful," and then he gave me a hug, and then he shook my hand. And the only thing that came to my mind, I'm like, wow, he smells good. That's the only thing I could think about. I'm like, oh my God, he smells good, because like you're not expecting him to smell like anything, and it's like, oh, okay.
You're not expecting to smell the president.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, he smells good.
Oh, the kids were, they did the cutest thing. A lot of my little kids, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, couldn't go because of the space limitations. So the kids that were here, that shook his hand, went back, and they shook their hands and said, "You can shake my hand. This is the hand that shook the president's hand." And they passed that handshake for days in the hallways.
They still can't stop talking about it, because that is a once in a lifetime experience.
Before, school was okay, but I wasn't all that into it. I just sort of did my work, got it done, and just to get by things. But Obama coming shows that academics are really important, and so I was inspired to do my best, and someday I'll be someone special myself and go out and everybody's screaming.
And just days later, I would, and weeks later, now months later, I hear our kids talk and say, "Listen, President Obama said, like, really clearly, TBA is a place that needs to be modeled. I'm not going to throw away my education. If I wasn't doing my homework before, I'm going to do my homework now. I'm going to take advantage of it. President Obama says this is something I should take advantage of." So sometimes we have no idea how something like that can transform a life, and in our case, I think it transformed multiple lives.
Every day, Tech Boston is proving that no matter who you are, or what you look like, or where you come from, every child can learn.